Hello, this is a movie review for How to Train Your Dragon film, and it's a great film. It was made by DreamWorks Animation Studios in 2010 and directed by Dan DeBois, who's a great director. And a spoiler warning: the plot. It's in a village called Bark a long time ago, where there are dragons who um, steal sheeps and food from this island Bark, and there are Vikings who are war at with the dragons, and they try to stop the dragons from stealing their food. And many Vikings and dragons have been killed in this war. As and there is Hiccup who wants to kill a dragon, so he shoots a dragon called the Night Fury. He's a fast dragon, and after shooting down, Hiccup understands that it was not right. He shouldn't have done that, so he lets him go. And the dragon, who he named him Toothless, had the chance to kill him then, but Toothless spared him, and Hiccup and Toothless eventually became friends. Toothless was wounded, so Hiccup helped him to fly so he could recover from his wounds. But things got worse when the people of Bark found out about Hiccup and Toothless's friendship, and they captured Toothless and took him to the dragon's nest where there were a lot of dragons, and all the dragons they live there. The Vikings tried to stop the dragons or kill them so that they wouldn't steal their ships and food and everything. And Hiccup is in his island Bark, and he does not know what to do as his friend Toothless is captured. And then Hiccup persuades other friends that the dragons are good, and he takes some other dragons, tames them, and goes to the island, dragon's nest, and then he frees Toothless. And there was a big dragon called the Red Teeth who was forcing other dragons to steal food from Bark. So this dragon is actually bad, but the other dragons are not bad. They were forced, and Hiccup and Toothless then um, stop this dragon and kill him. And at the end, the people of Bark understand that dragons are not bad. They were misunderstood and they were forced. And Hiccup is actually a good Viking. He is not useless, and the Vikings become friends with dragons. As for character, there is Hiccup, who is a bit different, who is not strong and is very bad at dragon fighting as a Viking. And his father Stoick is not proud of him. His father is very stronger than him, but Hiccup is not. But Hiccup wants to prove his wanted to prove Stoick that he could also kill a dragon, but his father thinks he's a liability. And after Hiccup shoots Toothless down and then lets him go, and they eventually become friends because Hiccup was different from others. He was a Viking, but he couldn't kill a dragon as being a Viking, and that is why he became friend with a dragon, which was his enemy. And at the beginning of the film, the Toothless was, and so he understands that the dragons are good. As for Toothless, he is a great character. His character design is cool, everything. And after Hiccup spares him, they trust each other and they become friends. And Toothless has many facial expressions. He is happy, sad, angry, queerous. He's a great character design as an creature. At the beginning, Toothless was wounded, so his tail was replaced by a prosthetic tail, which Hiccup made. And when they fought the Red Death at the end, Hiccup lost a leg, which is replaced by a prosthetic leg. So they have many similarities, and that is why they could become friends. And then there is Stoick, Hiccup's father, who is the chief of the park, but he cares for his son Hiccup. And when Hiccup comes with other dragons to save them from the Red Death, and the Red Death was very powerful, so the Vikings couldn't kill them. Stoick understands his mistakes and says that he is proud to call him his son, and he's sorry for everything. He accepts him as a great Viking, which is a beautiful scene. And Astrid is Hiccup's friend, who was good at dragon fighting, uh, and she was the first one who found out about Hiccup and Toothless relationship, friendship. But she understood that the dragons are misunderstood creatures. They could be good and they could become friends, and she agreed with Hiccup after that. And when Hiccup was his lowest point, when Toothless was captured, Astrid explained that, inspired him that he should do something about it because he is different, and being a Viking, he couldn't kill a dragon because he was different. He was the first Viking who couldn't kill a dragon. And when nobody supported Hiccup, Astrid was there for him. And other characters are good. There is Gobar, who is Stoick's friend, and is Fishlegs, Toughnut, and Snotlout. They also support Hiccup at the end, and they became friends with their own dragons and went to the dragon's nest to help Hiccup. As for the soundtrack, great soundtrack, and it got the nomination Academy Award for Best Original Score. It was made by John Powell, and their main tracks, which is very iconic, like the test drive scene when Hiccup and Toothless flies together for the first time. And it was a great scene. The soundtrack was great. The Forbidden Friendship, where they became friends, and Toothless accepted him, trusts him for a friend, and it was a beautiful scene. And the soundtrack was really emotional. The romantic flight is about when Astrid flies with Toothless and Hiccup in the sky for the first time when she found out about Toothless, and she understood that Hiccup was right. And the music is very warm, and it's a beautiful scene, and it's great. It has one of the greatest soundtracks in an animated film. As for storytelling, it's simple plot, but it is very well executed, and its pacing is great. Like when um, Hiccup tries to kill Toothless and then frees him, but they take a lot of time to become friends because this is realistic. It doesn't happen. Friendship is a slow process, so it doesn't happen in one day. And there are scenes when there is only some uh, there is no speech, there is nobody is talking, it's just scenes and visual and music, and it makes it perfect, and it helps it understands it because it's so good, it doesn't need any speech like this. And every moment is important, like when Toothless blasted this dragon, Hiccup understood that the dragons are not fireproof on the inside. So when in the last battle, Toothless blasted the red teeth in his mouth, and then the red teeth died because the dragons are not fireproof on the inside, and it's a little scene, but it's very important. As for animation design, it was released in 2010, and it has a really a good visuals, great, like this. This is very focused. This is the poster, and it's beautiful picture of Toothless. Toothless's design is very good. Other dragons design are good. And the sky, the landscape, the water, the sunset is also very beautiful. The scenes, the reflection like this and this in his eyes, and this the forest is reflected in his eyes, and it has morals and themes like Hiccup is not a great Viking as we see because he can't kill a dragon, but he became friends with Toothless, who is a dragon, and he's not supposed to do that, but he understands that it was the right choice. It's the right thing to do, and that is why he became friends. Because even if it's different, he's good. If he wasn't different, he couldn't do what was right. As for conclusion, it's a great film. It has great visuals, and it is, as I think, it has many awards like nomination for best animated feature and best original score. And I think it is one of the best movies in animated movies ever made. And thank you.